what seems like a hefty gym plant, and Astro, oh, he just pops in before the Candela goes! Gets the head of the next on the swing round. The preemptive pre-fire as Kento tries to bite back, gets one on the top of the main stairs. Astro gets a quad. There is the ace!
お疲れ様です。ともぞうです。今回はレインボーシックスシージ4勝ピンメジャー、ハイライト終わりますっていう話だったんですけれども、よくよく考えるとスーパープレッシュ作ってないなと思いましたので、今回は4勝ピンメジャーで発生したエースシーン、オールキルですね、こちらをピックアップしました。大体大会でもエースシーンって意外に少なくて、今回もこちらです。6名のプレイヤーが、それぞれ1回ずつエースを決めたという形となりますので、こちらを見ていただければと思います。思った以上に少ないかなっていう方はいるかもしれませんけれども、それだけこのトップシーンでオールキルを取るっていうのは難しいっていうことですね。それでは早速見ていきたいと思います。
Manji will stay alive if you do that. He doesn't care.
Well, he lost Reaps yet again.
And you lost Reaps, your quote-unquote star player, and half your grenade and explosive economy. To make matters worse, Jackie Wu does not have any smoke grenades, which arguably works out fine because now you can force out this breach, but you have nowhere to deny lines of sight. That means Monty is always going to be safe because you got the shield, but your teammates that are behind you, you're not going to have much cover at all.
It's the Monty being slowed down now by the Banshee as Mowgli watches over. The Mountain walks on in. This trophy statuary take from Direwolves. ED down below, and he might actually be able to catch P4 depending on where P4 runs through the basement, but they're not quite on that collision course that you would have thought. Oh, P4 is tantalizingly close. He's got Bibu as a supporting cast, not too far off, just on those stairs up to Astronomy. 30 seconds to go, and the two players from Direwolves on that bottom floor will need to get into the bomb site at some point. Rise, the first one to die for Wolves. Pecan breathing in toxic fumes. Down goes Jackie Wu. Souffle follows. Mowgli, all 3 kills so far. And he could get a 4th as he takes out Pecan. He's looking all up to ED, and there's Mowgli to get the ace.
まずはモーグリなんですけど、ちょっとねキルシーンがあんまり映ってなくてエースなんですけれども、残念ながらというところはありますが、ここでねモンターニを倒した後のカバーライン、赤階段側を見るのがやっぱりさすがでしたよね。でこの後バスルームにいるのは分かってたと思うんですけれども、この細い車線で抜いていく、さすがウルーブズのアタッカーというところです。
Towards the angle, put the pressure onto it. They're just trying to fish. There is a rotate on the far end though. A single Black Dragons player has made their way up towards Solarium. They're going to see if they can try and creep themselves around, and Gunner in the meantime takes care of Nate.
The second player potentially being out there though. Gunner takes down Perez as well, and suddenly the side is starting to open up a bit much. And has come back, he's going to be playing the supply line now, but he needs to be careful to not lose another player, because supply line is going to be, as mentioned before, that last stronghold that Black Dragons have to make sure that this turns into a victorious round.
Gunner's holding on, waits for the swing, and the swing comes and is punished. Basetto, he wanted to try and get a bit of revenge, but it's just a third name added to the bodies Gunner has taken. Suddenly they have more than just a man advantage, and they got a chance to go for the drop. The final step is the toughest. There's a fight with the Twitch drone that's drawing some attention. They slip their way through. It's Gunner with a quad. Can he try and cement maybe the first ace of the tournament? It is!
さあ続いてソニックスのガンナーなんですけれども、ここですよね。やっぱりこの図書室階段で待てるってところがさすがだなというところです。エースってなると結構グイグイと中に入っていってなぎ倒すみたいなイメージが実際にねプレイしている方だとあるかもしれないんですけれども、やっぱトッププレイヤーはね自分がやられちゃいけない、チームのためにここを崩してはいけないっていうところでしっかりと待てる、そんなねガンナーのプレイだったと思います。この後実際にこの階段を潰したことによってガンナーグイグイ中に入っていくことができていますので、何を優先順位として一番しないといけないかということをやはりガンナーはよく分かっているんだなというのが分かるシーンだったかなと思います。
And the other tactical bolt though will work out. Like a fact does get hot and cold. Does Fultz have anything to say? Hasn't been able to find the angle for himself just yet, and he can't push back out on that rotation. There's a big risk that somebody in library takes him out if he does try to go for that ego swing, and it really doesn't even matter anymore. Lem's completely switching positions as he'll move down towards the fireplace door.
Continuing to patiently wait out. Presence being slung his way. The drone revealing it, but it's quite an obvious spot to begin with, so not going to be forced to swing away just off of an easy little drone like that. We have additional support still. Waiting in the connector over towards the metal stairs here.
Rampy 3 deploys over towards it, throws out a few more of those magnets just to rebuffer it for the eventual play they're expecting to come in from the players on BDS. Rampy gonna get scared away from the first floor side door here. Brede off of that distraction is able to work his way into Billiards, starting the plan process. Bosco wrapping back around. It's gonna be far too late though. Brede won't be able to potentially fend this back off. Rampy did successfully knock out Shaiko, so it's all on Brede right now. Timing, I think that Candela throw, and there it is, now blinding out Bosco and anyone else that tried to re-peek him before he moved away from this one. The post plan now set up here for the players on BDS, but SSG taking them down regardless. Folks with the pickup on the lens, now taking the player advantage, but look at Lycofac's setup, just tearing him down head by head. It's a quad from him, leaving just Bosco in play for the 1v2.
Bosco, big brain plays, but like a fact, he's already done the dirty deeds, hasn't he? He got all the kills necessary. Space Station rocking a hard place when it comes to this retake. It's an ace for like a fact, and I do believe it's his first one on.
さあ続いてライクのエースなんですけれども、ここは一風変わってるかなと思います。プラントした後に、どれだけポジションをキープするっていうことが大切かっていうのを分からせてくれるシーンでしたね。非常に上手い選手でいろいろとキルの取り方はあるんですけれども、何よりもやっぱりチームのために戦うという姿勢はライクから感じ取れるんじゃないかなというエースだったかなと思います。
To be seeing them quite a bit of delay into their own chase as they play pretty heavily into their drones before they can justify that type of swing.
They do not want to overplay their hand. They're giving Sandbox the respect that they deserve, as Static is going to get the first big kill. Joom will quickly follow it up with a frag grenade, though, and will actually take out Static. Heroic has found control over Fountain, and by proxy also Archives. This plant about halfway down till it'll get stopped. Joom with some nice shots will take down Good Boy, and it's up to 2 now after he takes out Rukaze. It's going to be down to Uno Meister trying to put this plant down. Sael has an opportunity to hold the cross, but there is so many bodies inside of this area for Heroic. Oh, very well played from Joom. It's a quad kill for him and the ace potentially. It'll be an ace for Joom on the first round. We said he was popping off on a couple of rounds yesterday when we got to view him.
続いて似たようなシチュエーションなんですけれども、今回はヒロイックのジュメ。このね、ジュメの位置をキープするっていうのが結構難しいんですよ。アタッカーとして踏み込んでここ2キル持っていったと思うんですけれども、ここ2キル取りました。で、味方がプラントするためにこの敵地のど真ん中の位置をキープしないといけないっていうのはなかなか難しいものがありますので、キルを取る能力だけではなく、このポジションをキープできるというそのセンスといったところもアタッカーに求められるんだなというのを改めて知ったというシーンだったかなと思います。
Way turned into this, a bit of a drive and a back and forth, another swing round, but Kansan is the one that gets the connection this time around when Shiro could not quite.
Come and drop us. I'm not going to be caring too much about it, but Kansan takes him down.
Shaiko, the man who almost claimed this round back, but it was on the back of a 4K that was just not quite an ace, and he is the next to find himself sitting out and watching on such an important play. Brede LMs, Lycofag need all the energy of the EU audience, and Sonics need to just try and make this land. 30 seconds. They go for the drop, the kit. It's so close towards the hatch, the last roll. They know where Brede's tucked. He's wondering whether he goes for the swing. The pre-fire doesn't quite get a body, but we hear the flashes go, and there's the swing. There's Brede. Opens the lock, but Kansan gets one back. The kit should get planted. The break over the top. Kansan gets a Lems. With a quad kill, he is on par for the ace, and that vertical control has once again come back to haunt BDS on this map. The fight is scrappy, it's not quite fully connected, the castle makes a lot of noise. Kansan, he's going for the ace, and there it is! Kansan with the ace, Sonics with the first map.
さあ続いてソニックスの完全なんですけれども、先ほどのジュメと同じようにやっぱりこの2回をキープできるかどうか、突き先でねかなりキルを取ってたのかなというところで、ここもカメラに映ってなくて残念だったんですけれども、やっぱりね自分のポジションをキープできるっていうことがこういったトップリーグではエースにつながっているのかなと思いますので、この辺りはさすが完全というところでしたね。最後のこのブリーデを仕留めたのは壁越しのショット、さすがかなというところはありました。
And about how they wanted to go. Because you have that moment, and that's the drive of this team. You know after the finals that was one round difference to them winning, well, they do things like this. They step it back up. They never really are satisfied, even with a win. They want to win harder next time.
It's a championship mentality, right? It's like, what was the saying? It's easy to get, or easier to get to the top than it is to stay out there. And I mean, they've been there. They've not been able to stay on it, but they have been at the top percentile of these teams time and time again. They're always in the mix. And it's just that scary thing. It's always a formidable opponent to play against, even if they might not win every single tournament. Don't expect them to.
A minute on. Only one body caught in the fray so far. They're setting themselves up in a different approach here. Obviously, last time I sort of said it turned into a bloodbath inside construction. This time they've got one player underneath. They're tucking themselves for what seems like a hefty gym plant. And Astro, oh, he just pops in before the Candela goes. Gets the head of the next on the swing round. The preemptive pre-fire as Kento tries to bite back. Gets one on the top of the main stairs. Astro gets the quad. There is the ace! The second of the tournament, we've been blessed by both.
そして最後はフェイズのアストラなんですけど、いやここすごかったですね。この窓外に関してはコイアビリティを握っている、カンデを握っているところは仕方ないと思います。この後のね決め打ちがしっかりと筋トレ設備に隠れて、自分は最小限のリスクに抑えながらしっかりと頭の位置に対しての決め打ちで持っていくっていうところは本当にすごかったですね。ベテランになったとしてもこういった大舞台でしっかりとエースが取れる。アストロはね本当に日々進化しているプレイヤーかなと思いますので、今後もね長く競技シーンで活躍してほしいかなと思います。それでは最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。4勝ピンメジャーに関してはもう一つクラッチ集を少し作りたいなと思って準備しておりますので、よかったらまたこちらのチャンネルに遊びに来てください。よかったらチャンネル登録、グッドボタンのほどよろしくお願いします。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。ではでは。